Okay, so there's this new buzzword flying around, GEO, and it's causing, well, a bit of a panic in the marketing world. It stands for Generative Engine Optimization. And if you're kind of wondering, wait, is this going to make my entire SEO strategy totally useless? Trust me, you're not alone. Let's break this down together.
All right, let's just get right to it, right? The big elephant in the room. Is all that time, all that effort, all that money you've poured into SEO, is it all about to just poof, go up in smoke? Are we talking about a complete do-over for digital marketing? That is the question we're going to tackle right now.
But hang on, before we dive into the deep end, let's make sure we're all on the same page. What exactly is this whole generative engine optimization thing anyway?
Okay, here's the big shift in thinking. GEO is all about making your content work for these new AI answer engines. You know, your Chat GPTs, your Geminis, your Perplexities. The game isn't just about getting on the first page of Google anymore. Nope. The new goal is for your content to be chosen, understood, and actually cited by these AI tools as a legit source. You're not just ranking, you're becoming a reference.
Then you know how it is, right? Whenever there's a big new thing, a ton of myths and just bad information starts flying around. So to cut through all that noise, we are going to spend the rest of our time together busting the 5 biggest GEO myths out there. That way you can focus on what really matters.
So let's kick things off with a big one, the one that's giving marketing managers everywhere some serious heartburn. It's this idea that SEO is totally old news and you've got to just scrap everything you know to make room for GEO.
Okay, deep breath, everyone. The reality? SEO is not dead, not even a little bit. Think of SEO as an evolution, not a revolution. It's actually built right on top of a solid SEO foundation. I mean, these AI engines, they still need all those signals of trust and authority that great SEO provides. So all that work you've done, it's not a waste. Far from it. It's actually your launchpad for this new world.
And that brings us right to the next big panic attack, doesn't it? This just overwhelming feeling that every blog post, every article, every single thing you've ever written is now useless and has to be rewritten from scratch for our new AI overlords.
Well, good news. The answer isn't rewrite. It's restructure. That's the key word. Your best stuff is still your best stuff. The job now is just to reformat it a bit. Give those AI engines the super clear signals they need to trust your content. You're not starting from zero. You're just upgrading the packaging.
So what does restructure actually mean? Well, it's pretty straightforward. First, try reframing your content into a question and answer format. Why? Because that's exactly how people talk to these AI tools. Second, get friendly with structured data. Think of it like a set of clear labels you put on your content. You're basically spoon-feeding the AI, telling it, hey, this is an FAQ, or this is the author. And finally, make your sources and citations crystal clear. AI loves to see your work, so to speak. Verifiability is how it builds trust.
Okay, on to myth number 3. There's this idea floating around that GEO is some sort of dark magic, that it's all about prompt engineering, finding secret tricks to game the AI into picking your content.
Yeah, that's a strategy that's going to fail, and fail fast. Look, these AI models are designed to learn. They get smarter every single day. They're built to sniff out genuine expertise and accuracy. So trying to find some sneaky loophole, it's a losing game. The only long-term play here is to actually be the most trustworthy, authoritative source in your field. Period.
Now this next myth, this one is seriously dangerous. It's this idea that because AI is so smart, you can just forget about all that boring technical SEO stuff. The AI will just, figure it out. Whoa, not so fast. That is a huge mistake. In fact, technical SEO is probably more critical now than ever. Let me put it this way. If an AI crawler shows up at your website and the door is locked because it's too slow or full of errors, it doesn't care how brilliant your content is inside. It's just going to turn around and leave. Your amazing content becomes totally invisible.
The basics are still the basics, and they are absolutely non-negotiable. We're talking about a fast site, like under 2 seconds fast. Clean metadata for every single page. A site structure that's easy for a bot to crawl. And yeah, proper canonicalization, which just tells the AI which page is the master copy. These aren't old school rules, they're the price of admission to even get seen by AI.
And that brings us to our final myth, the idea that this whole GEO thing is only a game for the big players, the giant corporations with endless budgets, and that all the smaller, specialized firms are just going to get crushed.
But here's the really cool part, and I love this.
GEO actually does the opposite. It levels the playing field. These new AI tools are being trained to value deep subject matter authority way more than just a big brand name. This is an incredible opportunity for niche firms to shine by proving they are the true experts. GEO isn't about being the biggest, it's about being the best informed.
So, okay, we've busted all these myths. What's left when the dust settles? You're left with a way clearer, much less scary picture of where search is actually headed.
And this quote really just nails it. It's not about throwing everything out and starting over. Not at all. It's about adapting. It's about building on the foundation you've already created.
The easiest way to think about this is like building a house. Your traditional SEO, that's your high-quality content, your technical precision, that is the rock-solid foundation. You can't build without it. Then, GEO is the next layer you build on top. It's all about adding those extra signals of credibility and context that these new AI engines are hungry for.
All right, myths busted. New structure understood. Now for the payoff. What do you actually need to do tomorrow? Let's boil this all down into a super simple action plan.
It really comes down to three things. First, you've got to integrate those AI-friendly structures. So no, you're not rewriting your whole library, but you are starting to reformat your best stuff into things like Q&As. Second, you need to strengthen your authority signals. Forget trying to game the system. Be loud and proud about who your authors are, what makes them experts, and where you get your info. And third, ensure your technical house is in order. That means you double down on technical SEO, you don't back away from it.
And if you remember just one thing from all of this, let it be this thought. Because looking ahead to 2026, the game is no longer just about matching keywords. The whole point is to prove that you are a truly trustworthy source of information.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final question to chew on. Something to take back to your team. It's not enough anymore to just be an expert. The real question is this: have you made your expertise, your credibility, completely visible and provable to an AI? Because in this new world of search, that single thing is what's going to separate the winners from the ones who just get lost in all the noise.